This is no longer, individuals in their parents' basement for 15, 20 hours, zombie-like playing video games. These are competitive atmospheres.
The eSports phenomenon steadily growing in Pennsylvania in many ways. Colleges and universities now fielding their own competitive teams offering full-ride college scholarships.
And that growth could soon come to a school district near you. Fox 43's Jack Ebel explains.
It's just a lot of time and dedication that you have to put into it, like any other sport.
Thomas Yantis, a freshman at Lebanon Valley College, a player on the LVC Overwatch team. Overwatch being a video game, a part of the school's esports program. The Bishop McDevitt High School grad was an esports recruit for both LVC and Robert Morris University in Chicago. He decided to stay closer to home.
I like this program a lot and I decided to come here.
A former wide receiver for the Crusaders, Yantis says he injured his shoulder during his senior season. Surgery took him off the gridiron, but he says his brother pushed him to pursue his side hobby, playing video games.
When I saw that I was pretty good at this game and I could be on a college team, that really excited me because as of now I can't play football because of that injury, so still being able to compete at a high level really interests me.
Is esports really a sport? To this former football player, yes.
It is demanding on the body. I mean, it's weird to say, but it gets stressful after playing 2 hours straight. My hand starts to cramp up and all that. And the practices are the same. It's a structured practice. And the games, you have games like any other sport.
Yantis is also a member of the Pennsylvania Esports Coalition, a nonprofit organization that advocates and educates for the esports industry. He says his role is to help people understand what esports is.
You go outside in your backyard to play football, right? But there's an actual baseball team. Let's say you play video games with fun with your friends, but there's an actual team where you can compete at a high level with a team.
This is no longer, individuals in their parents' basement for 15, 20 hours, zombie-like playing video games. These are competitive atmospheres.
Members of the Pennsylvania Esports Coalition believe esports can serve as an anchor for advancing STEAM and STEM education, expertise in science, technology, engineering, and math, whether that's careers in managing an esports team or creating the games themselves.
You have grade school kids to middle school to high school who are really, really passionate about these games and competing in these sports, and I think you can leverage that popularity, that passion, into jobs that we need to fill.
That passion can be found at Conestoga Valley High School in East Lampeter Township, Lancaster County. 43 students make up the first high school esports team in Central PA.
I was just really surprised when it came. It's just wow, you never think that would happen, at least here.
There is a huge gaming culture at our school.
Andrea Titano, a Conestoga Valley senior and League of Legends game manager, says ideas of video game tournaments floated around the tech team before, but never came to fruition. Then Vice Principal Dr. Matthew Fox discovered esports this summer, seeing it as an opportunity to fill a desire by students. Now there is a full club with multiple advisors, including Susan Scales.
There's camaraderie, there's teamwork, there's communication, and there's networking, and there's a lot to be said for all of those aspects in transferring those skills into careers later on.
That's one of the biggest high school lessons, man. You gotta learn to work with others.
There are 4 different teams, including Hearthstone, League of Legends, and Overwatch, with 2 teams and even substitutes. Gamers must have appropriate hardware to play from home, managing specific times to practice and play on their own time. Their goal, create a home esports base at the high school by next spring, making more equipment accessible to interested players. They also want to see neighboring schools join in, an opportunity for esports bragging rights.
We're now the starting of a new thing for our whole entire county, and we want to represent that, and we want to share with others so we can have a big organization that we can just play around in.
Between college scholarships and a growing business interest in esports, students at Conestoga Valley say now is the time for them to be a part of the growth.
I think there's a bad stigmatism around video games, that it's not something that creates productivity. It's not something that, kids should be doing because, it rots your brain. So as you can tell, this is something that is very successful in our economy and in schools.
It may seem like a virtual reality now, but this wave of the future is barreling closer to a new normal. Jack Ebel, Fox 43 News.
Now, both Lebanon Valley College and Harrisburg University's video gaming teams will be battling this weekend in a tournament. It will feature several colleges and universities from as far away as Nebraska, Louisiana, and Georgia. Some of the schools only have hundreds of students. Other schools in the tens of thousands, like Ohio State and Penn State.